For more on this, I'm joined by Victorian Liberal MP Mary Aldred. Mary, thanks for coming on the program. How much have global temperatures changed, do you reckon, due to the hard work of our climate ambassador?
Well, this is just taking the mickey, isn't it, James? And it's diplomatic double up when you've got Chris Bowen gallivanting around the globe in his COP presidential role as well. I don't think this does anything to promote the stated climate cut targets of this federal government, and it certainly doesn't save any money. The coalition would abolish this role if we win government. And I've got a hot tip for the ambassador. Try Microsoft Teams. It's free and it's carbon neutral.
Well, look, if Andrew Bragg can figure out there's only two genders, add that to your promise to scrap the climate ambassador, I'd almost be tempted to vote Liberal at the next election. Speaking of the next election, the latest news poll has just dropped. So you're probably not aware of the results, but let me run them by you. I want to get your thoughts. Hanson and Taylor have climbed as Labor support has sunk, according to the latest news poll. Labor are down 3 points, One Nation up 1 point, and the Coalition up 1 point. So Coalition and One Nation up slightly, Labor down. Are you surprised by those results?
Look, it's promising, but as a coalition team, we've done the hard policy homework. We'll continue to do that, and we need to put our best case forward about why we deserve the trust and confidence of the Australian people at the next election. Angus Taylor's doing that every day out there, putting our best case forward right across Australia. The whole coalition team are doing that. I'm doing that in my home electorate of Monash very proudly, and we'll continue to do that every single day, working our hearts out. Step one is getting rid of this terrible Allan Labor government in Victoria, and step two is getting rid of this terrible Albanese Labor government across Australia.
Well, while we're talking about terrible government, Labor's national alert system looks like being a $132 million dud. The emergency alert system, it can send messages direct to people's mobile phones, and it's due to be tested later this month. But the Courier Mail's reporting some emergency services are refusing to use it because it's got too many flaws. For instance, it doesn't go to landlines. Older mobile phones may not get the alert at all, and the alerts themselves disappear as soon as someone's read it. How does the government get such an important system, having spent $132 million, so wrong?
Well, James, I mean, it's not a bad idea, this concept. Other countries across the world do it, but they do it properly. And pretty much like everything this federal government touches, it's mismanaged. It's $132 million because the cost blowout has been 10 times the original forecast. The Emergency Services Minister has said it's a bit of a technical issue. Well, I'd hate to see her idea of a real budget blowout if that's the case. As someone who represents a regional community myself, I've got real concerns about landline phones and older mobile phones not being able to connect with these alerts. We've certainly had our fair share of floods and bushfires over the years, so that's a key point to consider. And also the fact that other emergency services agencies are just upfront saying that they're not going to engage that platform is a real concern. So I would have thought the sensible thing to do would be to get the implementation right before rolling out a communications bonanza. I understand the government's under real pressure over the Telstra issues across the last couple of weeks, but really they should be getting these basic things right rather than front-loading this with a fancy advertising blitz before getting the detail correct.
Absolutely agree. Hey, look, we've almost run out of time, but before you go, I want to ask you about comments by your coalition colleague Andrew Bragg this morning. He was talking about One Nation. Have a listen.
I think that they're both terrible. I think Albanese is terrible.
Which one's more terrible?
Colin Hanson is terrible. I mean, they're both as bad as each other. It'd be a coin toss. I mean, I just think that they're both very bad.
Mary, Andrew Bragg says Labor and One Nation are both exactly the same. Labor's no worse than One Nation. Do you agree?
Look, I don't think either option are a good one for Australia, but what we've got right now is a federal Labor government who have presented to Australia 15 interest rate rises, the largest collapse in household savings, CFMEU rife, corruption right across the country, and energy bill increases, grocery bill increases. I'm part of the Liberal Party. I'm part of a strong coalition team. We are out there every day putting forward our best case, doing the policy homework about why we deserve the trust and support of the Australian people at the next election. And I'm working my heart out across the Monash electorate about why I deserve to be re-elected in my community. And that's all I'm focused on.
Just very quick, though, we were looking at that news poll. You had Labor and One Nation both on 30%. The Coalition is a long way back in third place on 19. So if you had to pick your poison, what would be worse, a Labor government or a One Nation government?
Look, there's lots of opinion polls every couple of days, it seems. I'm part of a coalition team. That's the Liberal Party and the National Party. We're doing the hard work now on policies that appeal to the Australian people, that address issues like cost of living, energy increases, roads, fix the roads in regional areas like mine, get a new West Gippsland hospital, working as part of a state and federal coalition team. Those are the things that people every day, whether it's Leongatha, Phillip Island, Moe or Druin, are talking to me about. And I'm completely focused on those local issues, building a strong national team for Australia as well.
You did very well. I did not get you to bite at all, not even close. Thanks for joining me, Mary. I appreciate it.